Go.
Each year, Americans spend hundreds of thousands of dollars purchasing pets from personal breeders, while just as many are euthanized due solely from overpopulated shelters. It is so important to rescue animals instead of feeding into the overpriced breeding industry. Not only does adoption save these sweet lives, it saves individuals and families time and money. Over the course of my lifetime, my family has rescued 4 dogs, 4 cats, and even a few hamsters. There are several reasons to adopt as opposed to breeder purchase, majorly including price difference, health reasons, having a known animal history, and most importantly, saving these lives. First and foremost, let's discuss the expenses in purchasing versus adoption. It is not uncommon for breeders to charge between $500 and upwards of thousands of dollars for a purebred puppy. Adversely, adoption costs on average between $50 and $200. These prices also already include vaccinations and many health preparations. Shelters and rescue centers are interested only in providing and finding a safe and healthy forever home for these animals, meaning they do not wish to charge an arm and a leg for a pet, only what it costs to treat, vaccinate, feed, and house these animals. You also get more bang for your buck with a mixed breed. Mixed breeds are more likely to live longer and with less health complications than purebred pets. They also result in spending less in veterinary costs. In addition to spending less on the animals initially, as well as the vet bills, you get a known history of the animal and its health. When you purchase an animal from a store or a breeder, you are not given an accurate description of their personality or any medical history on the animal. More often than not, the breeder is solely interested in making the sale. Shelters and rescue centers provide a detailed description of the animal, their health past, any vaccines or treatments they have done, and even their demeanor, likes, dislikes, personality traits, and a behavioral past as well. Shelter volunteers and workers have been around these animals for quite some time on most occasions, and do their best to place them with proper and fitting owners. Finally, let's not forget that adoption saves these animals' lives. Shelters continue to be overcrowded and cannot afford to house every homeless pet. It costs a lot to maintain these shelters, and with more and more people purchasing from breeders, they cannot afford the basic care and upkeep of these animals. This results in millions of innocent animals being euthanized each year. Vaccines and veterinary costs, food and space grows, paying employees as well as costs for the space. All of these are expensive, and if we don't adopt animals, they can't afford to house them. Let's review what we have discussed. Rescuing shelter animals costs less overall than breeder purchasing. You get an overall healthier animal with less risk of health issues that comes along with keeping the same bloodline, as well as one you may know better than you would get with a breeder who simply wants to make a sale. Finally, you save a precious life.